So, welcome to screencast number 4. My Google site is boring. It's like watching paint dry. We are just coming off of having our tour of the Wheel of Fortune, or otherwise known as the More Actions cogwheel in the upper right-hand corner. What we're going to do now is I'm going to show you two sites that work together to create what can be for you a custom header for your website. Now, if you chose a particular template and theme, then the custom stuff doesn't play as nicely with the stuff that's already there and built for you. Sometimes you can't get images to go away if you're trying to put a custom header into a site that's already one of the themes and templates that you can choose from Google. Things don't always go away. So that's why I really recommend, if you really want your own unique and individual site and doesn't look quite as formatted like a lot of the Google templates can be, then I recommend going this route, which is building your own custom header. And it allows you to kind of learn a process that, once you're familiar with it, works for other things in a site as well. So let me talk to you about what I mean by custom header. This is my website, and my header is this whole piece that you see right here is all layered, one on top of the other. So there's plaid, there's a frame here, you've got some different clip art things that are being put in, everything from this is something different, this is something different. The scrolls that are here, excuse me, are all put in individually and layered upon one another. And so this in and of itself is kind of a fun and creative process to see what you can do. I'll show you once we get going. Before we go too far into things, you do need to have two things set up and ready to go in order to explore. If you have that pre template and theme going from Google and you don't want to go in this direction, then you can always progress beyond to the screencast that is There's No Place Like Home, and that will work on having you build your horizontal navigation and your sidebar if you choose to have that, and that kind of thing. So if you're not going to do a custom one, then I would recommend proceeding directly to that. If you're interested and you just kind of want to watch how this works, excuse me, it's the end of the day, so I'm losing my voice. You can choose at this point if you wish to zoom ahead or stay with us as we are building our custom header. So one of the things that you need for this particular exercise is some type of screenshot, screen capture extension. So your apps live over on the left and your extensions live over on the right. And you do need some kind of a screen capture to work with this. So excuse me, if you don't have that, then you would go to the Chrome store. So I'm going to go over to the apps. I'm going to look at my web store, my Chrome store. You can do that by navigating in Google as well. So you want to make sure that you are looking at extensions and not apps. And then we're just going to put Nimbus in the search. Now, here are the apps. Here are the extensions. I happen to have the app and I have the extension, so that's why you see the green rate it. If I need to add it, yours is going to look like this. It's going to be blue and it's going to say add to Chrome. Once you do, again, the extensions here, you want to make sure that you click that, and then you should see it in the upper right hand corner where your extensions live. So that's the first part. I started using Awesome Screenshot. That was the one that I learned how to do this with. And then the folks at Three Forks, the Google Fest there, said Nimbus is awesome because you have the opportunity to save it to your drive. So either work, both do the trick. So if it's something that you want to use Awesome Screenshot, you can do that too. Either is fine. Okay. So excuse me, once you have the the screenshot extension. Then you want to go to colorlovers.com, and I attach that site as a link in this particular screencast. So you should just be able to have quick access to that. And this is really where the beauty of screencasting is kind of just it just shows its value. So what kind of learner are you? Are you the learner that needs to watch this whole process through once and then go back and try it? Or are you the learner that needs to pause the screencast as I'm doing things and try and apply it to what you have? It just, this way of delivering information is so cool because as I'm taking webinars and things like that, I find that I'm a pauser. I need to pause it. I need to go play with it. Sometimes I break it, I whatever, and then come back to how it's, you know, where I am in the webinar and how I can continue with it. So you decide what way works for you. You will need a membership or an account. It's a free account with the webpage colorlovers.com if you're interested in this. It's free, and I'm guessing that all kinds of people who are very concerned with color come. I mean, people who are planning weddings or maybe decorating a home, creating some type of outfits or a fashion show, and then you've got web, print, craft, digital art, all kinds of things like that. So this web page has lots of uses. Someone in there said, you know, having digital things layered on top of one another, hey, we could use this site to create the background, and that was probably the, you know, the push that started all of this, but this is the web page that I learned it on. So this web page has, or this website has palettes, I guess, color schemes that people have put together, patterns that people have created, colors that people are looking at. So there's all kinds of different things here. I like to look at this particular window up here where it's search the palettes. If you're interested in looking for something in particular, you can put that in the search term and it will deliver all kinds of things. So if I search by patterns and I want stripes, I can hit search and it will give me all kinds of patterns that people have created ahead of time. If I have a particular color scheme that I want to look at black, red, and white. I can search the patterns and only those will show up. So that is kind of fun to go in and look at the different things. So you could do dots, you could do all kinds of things. Certain palettes, you can search, you know, for pretty much anything and it will come up. So we'll look at this one, fruit stripe gum. Remember that gum? It's still around, I know it is, but yeah. So you can change these windows and you know, navigate to the different shades that you want to look at. So I want to go back to stripes for a minute. Oh wait, let's go back here. So let's say that I really like this particular, oh, wait a minute, I have to go back. I saw something I liked better, which is always, oh, the curse of this website. Okay, so I like this. This looks really cool. Okay, so I am going to click on it and that explodes it out. Okay, so then you take your screenshot or your screen capture, and I'm going to capture a selected area, and I am going to select the whole thing and then hit save, and I'm going to change this to Scotty Plaid 4. Okay, so I'm going to hit save. I'm saving to my computer. There are other uses for this. You know, you can save it to your drive, whatever you want to do, whatever you're comfortable with. Okay, so that's the part where I'm going to leave you now, because if you're interested in looking for something, you could look You know, and you don't necessarily have to stay with the Scotty colors if that's not what you want to do. If you want to learn on something else and then make your website Scotty colors after you've experimented with something else, then that's fine too. The nice thing is you can always go in and take that header out, the first one that you create, and then pop a new customized one in that you've built at a later date, maybe when you've built your proficiency. So whatever makes you happy here. Go ahead and look around on Color Lovers. There's all kinds of things here that you just spend a lot of time. You can browse all the palettes. You can look at, if I browse a palette and I like this, I can create a pattern. I can manipulate the patterns that are here. I can pick something that's different. I can make something with the colors that are here. They're just all kinds of different things you can change and look at only patterns that have to do with nature. Simple shapes. I mean, there's just all kinds of things that you can do with this. So if you do go this route where you're browsing palettes and you want something that you see when you look at the color range that someone has put together, and then you go in and you start looking at the pattern, you actually have to go in and name the pattern. So I will name this Purple Haze. That sounds artistic. So then we're going to hit create pattern, and if you hit it, then it explodes out. Now, a pattern like this, if the leaves were a little bit bigger, might be a little too busy as a background. Remember, you're going to be layering other things on top of this. And so sometimes a simpler pattern is a little easier on the eye. You decide, save a bunch of them that you like, and we'll go from there and you'll have something to build with. So this ends screencast number 4. My Google site is boring, using colorlovers.com, the first edition. The next website we'll focus on, oh my gosh, you guys, this is going to be a while. The next one, pickmonkey.com. I've spent many a Saturday, just that's all I'm saying. Thanks.